Hello everyone. Today we are continuing with the geography of class 9, chapter number 2, physical feature of India. In this video, we'll be mainly talking about the northern plains. In my previous video, I have already discussed about the formation of the northern plains. Now, the formation of the northern plains is mainly responsible for the three river systems. These are the Indus, the Ganga and the Brahmaputra and their tributaries. So here, we'll be talking about the northern plains. If we talk about the northern plains, as you can see the rough map of the India, so northern plains lies in the south of the Himalayas. Now this area covers about 7 lakh square kilometer, and if we talk about the length and the width of this area, so almost the length of this area from west to east is about 2400 kilometer, and the width varies from 240 to 320 kilometer. Okay, so this area is very much densely populated. Now the reason behind is behind of its densely population, because this area here the soil is very much fertile, and here there is no shortage of water is there, and because of that this area is very much helpful for the agricultural activity. So that is why this area is too much of densely populated. Now next we'll be talking about that when the river flows from the mountain and it reaches to the northern plain, so in between it makes some depositional work. So here we'll be talking about some of the depositional work. These are the riverine island, doabs and the distributary. Now here I can explain you with the example of these pictures that what kind of depositional work has been done by the rivers on its way to plains. Okay. Now first we'll be talking about the river island. Now here this is the picture of the river island, and riverine island is a kind of a land, means land which is being this is the exposed land which is being made in between the river, okay, by the depositional work of the river. Okay, so a kind of an island has been created by the river. You must be knowing there are three courses of rivers are there: the upper course, middle course and the lower course. So at the lower course, now lower course where the river flows in the plains and the velocity or the speed of the river is very much slow. Okay, so at that time in this course the river most of its depositional work. Okay, so here the river they start depositing the sediments in between the river. So later on these sediments, by the continuous work of this depositional work of the river, so these sediments it's converted into a land. Okay, so that is why in between the river a kind of a exposed land has been created by the depositional work of the river. So those kind of land or the island is called as the riverine island. So in our country we have the Majuli island, which is there in the Brahmaputra river. These Majuli island is one of the biggest riverine island in the world also. Okay, and it has been also declared as the one of the district where means many people also live there in the riverine island. Okay, so next we'll be talking about the doab. Now doab is the region. First of all, just find out the literal meaning of the doab. Doab means in Hindi, do means two and ab means water, pani. Okay, so doab means you must be knowing that there are many rivers are there which also have their tributaries. Tributaries are those rivers or the small rivers which joins the main river and which tribute their water into the main river. Okay, so whenever the two rivers means whenever the tributaries join the river, so in between the two river, the island, the area which is being there in the between any two river is known as the doab. So here this area will be known as the doab. Okay, so doab का मतलब क्या हुआ बेटा कि जो एक लैंड है, एक जगह है जो कि जो कि किसी भी दो रिवर्स के बीच में, किसी भी दो नदियों के बीच का जो एरिया है उसको हम क्या कहते हैं, दुआ. Okay, like as you if I give you the example, like here you can see the Ganga and the Yamuna. Yamuna is the tributary of the Ganga. So in between this area, so this area in between the Ganga and the Yamuna will be known as the Doa. Okay. Now next we'll be talking about the distributary. As I have told you about the tributary earlier, so now distributary is opposite to the tributary. Distributary means when the river, when the main river, because of the depositional work, the river it starts splitting into the different channels. Okay, so that so those rivers or those system is known as the distributaries. Like where the rivers which means form from the main river, those rivers are known as the distributaries. Okay, so here you can see that this is the main river, this is the main river. Here some of the depositional work has been done by the river, and later on it split into the two rivers. Okay, so these are the distributary of the main river. Again, these river when it flows further, again it's deposited some of the sediments here. Again it's distributed into the two channels. So this is known as the distributaries. Okay, so next we'll be talking about that the northern plains have been divided into the three sections. We have divided the northern plains into the three sections. These are the Punjab plains, Ganga plains, and the Brahmaputra plains. Now here we'll be talking about. Now here we will understand all these sections with the help of these map. Okay. Now Punjab plains are the plains which lies in the western part of our country, and some part of the it also covers some part of the Pakistan also. The major part it covers of the Pakistan also. Okay, you all know that in our country we have a Punjab in the northern part of our country, and even in Pakistan also there is one Punjab province is also there. Okay, so in that Punjab province, one in Pakistan mainly one river is there, the main river, the Indus River flows from the Mansarovar Lake, Tibet. Okay, so from the inner Himalaya, the greater Himalaya, and when it flows, so there are many tributaries are there which joins the river Indus. These are the Jhelum, Chenab, Ravi, Satluj, and Beas. Okay, so this area, this whole of the area, this area is known as the Punjab plains. Okay, so why it is known as the Punjab? Punjab is also made by the two words Panj and Aab. Panj means five and Aab means river. So here you can see that there are five tributaries are there of the Indus. These are the Jhelum, Chenab, Ravi, Beas and Satluj. So in between means पांच rivers के बीच का जो area है, those region will be known as the Punjab. इसीलिए that is why this area is known as the Punjab. Okay. Now next we'll be talking about the Ganga plain. Ganga plain is the area which has been there in the east part of the Punjab plain and in the west part of the Brahmaputra plain. So this area in between the Haryana, UP, Bihar, Jharkhand and Jharkhand. So and little some part of the West Bengal also. This area covers the area of the Ganga plains. Okay. So here we also have many tributaries like Ghagar, Gomti, Gandak. These are the tributaries of the river Ganga. Okay. Now next we'll be talking about the Brahmaputra plains. Now Brahmaputra plains lies in the east part of the Ganga plains. Here mainly the northeastern state. It covers the northeastern states. You all know that the Brahmaputra also originates from the Mansarovar Lake. So and later on it drains into the Bay of Bengal and the river it moves to the river. It moves to the Bangladesh country also, and later on it drains into the Bay of Bengal. Okay, so this Assam and the northeast area covers by the Brahmaputra plains. Okay, now next we'll be talking about yes, about the regions of the northern plains, because most of the people, they think that we generally say that northern plains. So most of the people, they think that the plains are the almost plain, means the surface of the northern plains are the plain, but this is not the true thing is there, because here in northern plains also we found the different relief features also there. Okay, so here again we have divided the northern plains on the basis of the regions, on the basis of the different relief features also. So these are the Bhabar, Tarai, Bhangar and Khadar. Now what are these things? Again we will understand all these things with the example of these pictures. Okay, now what is Bhabar? Bhabar is the area which is found in the south of the Shivalik hills, okay, where we found the big boulders. Now here the rivers which flows from the mountains, they disappear in this area, okay, and here we found the very less vegetation here. Okay, so as you can see here, I have made one picture. You can see that this is the when we studied the Himalaya, that time we have discussed that there were three ranges of the Himalayas were there. The first one, the Himadri, then the Himachal, and then the Shivalik hills. So you have to just imagine that this is the Himadri range, this is the Himachal range, and this is the Shivalik range. So below the Shivalik range, at the foothill of the Shivalik range, we found the Bhabar region. Now the Bhabar region, where we found the big boulders. You must have seen, if you will see these kind of boulders in our Dehradun itself also, like if you will go to the Guchuk Pani or near the Santa Devi, you will find the big boulders there. Okay, so this region, the Bhabar, is the region where you will find the big boulders. Okay, and this area covers up to 8 to 16 kilometers to the south of the Shivalik hills. Okay, and here the rivers, the rivers, they disappear. Okay, so that is why we found very less vegetation here, less agricultural work is done in this area. Okay, now next is the Tarai region. Now to the south of the Bhabar region, we find the Tarai region. Now Tarai region is the swampy area or the marshy land, where the rivers which has been disappeared in the Bhabar region, it re-emerges from the Tarai region. So that is why this region is a marshy area, because of the re-emergence of the rivers. Okay, and this area is very much helpful for the agricultural purpose also. Okay, here we also find the different kind of the like good vegetation is there, more vegetation is there. So we have a very good different national parks are also there in this Tarai region. Okay, I can give you the example. If you go to the Mohand area, or after the Mohand area, you will find the Biharigarh or the Chakmalpur area. Here you will find the Tarai region. Okay, so here you will find the more number of the swampy area also, and we also have one national park, that is the Jim Corbett National Park is there. It is there because of the Tarai region, because more of the vegetation we found in this area. Okay, now next comes the Bhangar and the Khadar. Now the Bhangar and the Khadar region we found to the south of the Tarai region. Okay, now we will understand this Bhangar and the Khadar with the help of these two pictures. Now you here I have made the picture of the floodplain. Floodplain is the area where, as you can see here in this picture, there is the area where the river is flowing. Okay, but sometimes at the time of the rainy season, the rivers, it expands like in this manner. Okay, so the area which is there, this is there, which is being covered by the river at the time of the rainy season, this area is known as the Khadar. Okay, now you have to understand these words with the आपको ये वर्ड्स आपको ऐसे समझने पड़ेंगे बेटा कि भांगर मने, अगर भांगर का मतलब क्या होता है, अगर आप महाराष्ट्र साइड में जाओगे तो भांगर को हम लोग जो होते हैं वो एक वर्ड वो लोग यूज करते हैं भंगार। भंगार मतलब होता है जो कचरा सामान जो पुरानी चीज हो गई होती है उनको वो कबाड़ में बेच देते हैं, ठीक है। तो आपको भंगार मीन्स ये याद रखना है जो कि पुरानी चीज हो गई, ठीक है। द ओल्ड थिंग आर नोन एज द भांगर एंड खादर वी यूज द खाद मीन्स हम खाद यूज करते हैं जब हम क्या करते हैं, यानी कोई भी क्या बोलते हैं, जब गार्डनिंग करते हैं तो दैट टाइम वी पीपल दे वी यूजेस द खाद, द मैन्योर और द वी यूजेस द मैन्योर, ओके। सो दैट मैन्योर इज द न्यूअर थिंग, वो न्यू होती है तो इसलिए हम इसके लिए हम वर्ड यूज करते हैं न्यू, ओके। नाउ एज आई हैव टोल्ड यू दैट दिस रीजन which is being covered by the river at the time of the rainy season, so these area is called as the khadar. इन ऐसे रीजन को हम क्या, इस रीजन को हम क्या कहते हैं, खादर। Why? Because because of the flood plain, these region is always get renewed by the sediments of the river throughout the year, okay. But Bhangar region is this particular region is called is the Bhangar region because earlier many years ago this region maybe it has been also been covered by the river at the time of the at the time of the rainy season, okay. But nowadays only this much of the area has been covered by this area. So here again in this area we also found some the alluvial soil, but these alluvial soil are the older one, okay. Now here we now this area is not covered or it not being renewed by the river, okay, in the rainy season. So that is why here nowadays we find the calcareous deposit. Calcareous deposits it is हम कहेंगे इसको हमें some kind of pebbles we found here, okay. So this area, the Bhangar region is less fertile than the Khadar region because the Khadar region it get renewed by the sediments of the river means at the time of the rainy season in after every year. But the Bhangar region nowadays it does not get renewed by the river during the rainy season. So that is why this area is less fertile than the Khadar region, okay. So I hope you must have understood about all these things which I have explained in this video. So in next video we'll be discussing about the Peninsula Plateau. Thank you.